or was it McKinnon, and puts a late hit on Heaney. Let's wait and see if they're going to call anything here. It does not appear.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are. And Kilcoyne's going in the box for Essex.
But certainly CVU's got to get a penalty as well, I would suspect.
I would think.
But maybe not. I don't see anybody going over there right now. And Essex has 5 players on the ice.
Essex questioning the call. The hit came late, and it was a CVU hit on an Essex man, but the initial call apparently on Kilcoyne.
CVU is going on.
I don't understand this one. 14 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, that was a little confusing. I mean, there was a big scrum. We didn't see exactly who was doing the pushing and the shoving, and maybe somebody threw a fist. And apparently, it was Kilcoyne who...
Only 10 seconds in the period as Child picks up the puck, comes to center, got bumped off the play by Hennessy. The Hornets shoot it to the CVU zone. Crusaders roll it out to Doble on the Essex end. And the buzzer sounds. CVU will be on a power play for 1:46 as we begin the third, but they're trailing by a pair. Essex with the late second period goal from Guerrero. And after 30 minutes of hockey tonight, the Vermont Division 1 state championship game here at Gutterson Fieldhouse. It is Essex 2 and CVU nothing. We will take a first.
Certainly, there's a degree of frustration, and then giving up that second goal late in the period after a lot of the fans thought the second goal was disallowed, but I think both times the referee should have blown the whistle. It's just that the first time he lost sight of the puck when it wasn't.
Due to some technical difficulties up at the Patrick Gym, we are unavailable right now to make connections. We are efforting as we speak to make connections with George Commo and Bob White for period number 3 of the Division 1 hockey action. So until... Some technical difficulties up at the Patrick Gym. We are unavailable right now to make connections. We are efforting as we speak to make connections with George Commo and Bob White for period number 3 of the Division 1 hockey action. So
McKinnon and Lee on the face-off. And now McKinnon going to get chased out of there. And Charlie Gunlaw comes in to take the draw. Puck comes back to the left point. Bouchard shooting. Save McGovern. He juggles. It's loose and cleared away by Matt Bain of the Crusaders. Now Doble fans on it. CBU's got a 2-on-1. On the left side, it is Curtis Martin, and check that, it was Albertson. He couldn't get a shot away as his shot or pass attempt was blocked by Bouchard. Bouchard retrieves the puck, gets it up to O'Leary at his own line. Ahead down at center for Bob Hennessy, who tipped it into the CBU zone. Puck cleared away, but held in the zone. Alex Lee fires McGovern again. Out on the angle, made the save, holds on to it. As O'Leary is steered away from the goaltender by Bain, we'll get a face-off the CBU zone. 9:22 remaining. It's 2-1 in favor of the Essex Hornets.
Well, just a great job there by Chris Bouchard on that 2-on-1 as Albertson was going down all alone on the 2-on-1, and Bouchard caught in between, just threw his body down and took away the passing lane and knocked the puck off the stick as he was sliding off of Albertson.
McAuliffe with a shot off the face-off at the side of the net. Two Crusaders bumped into each other in the zone, but the Hornets unable to take advantage as the puck is cleared out to center. Now Child steps to the puck at center ice, gets it on the left wing. Martin rolls it inside of the Essex cage. Brendan Fay back there, worked hard by Kevin Murphy. Now out with the puck, Martin to the side of the Essex net, but it's scooped out of harm's way by McAuliffe. Martin works him with the stick. Puck stolen by Child. Crusaders hold it in the zone. Here's Murphy for the wrist shot. Saved by Basilier. Rebound pops up in the air, but we get a whistle. And what is this one all about?
I'm not sure. I don't know what the whistle is.
Unless the official thought that the goaltender was going to catch the puck and blew the whistle when he didn't catch the puck. I don't know.
But clearly the puck bounced up in the air after Basilier went off his blocker. He wasn't able to corral it, bounced straight up in the air. I don't know if the official thought he caught it or not, but the whistle did blow.
Face off in the Essex zone into the corner to get it Bouchard. Bouchard worked from behind by Slauson. Bouchard dumped it around on the near boards. Castle in after it. It's knocked away from him by Guerrero. And the Hornets come to center with the puck. Doble winds it. Shot one. It's blocked. He finds the rebound. Pokes it past his man. Goes to the backboards. Doble now trying to center one. It was knocked down by Child. Picked off by Slauson. Slauson in his own zone to center up the right wing side. Slauson dumps it ahead into the Essex zone. Back to get the puck behind the net. Doble. Doble shot it around on the boards. Far side. Steve Hennessy tipped it to the line. Not out. It's held in by Keelman. Fed one up into the high slot. It was knocked down. Loose puck. It'll dribble to Basilier, and he'll cover on it. And one of the Crusaders, Slauson, went flying up over the top of goaltender Basilier. And Slauson got bumped for that. Got up looking for some retribution, but wiser heads prevail, and we'll get a face-off in the Essex zone.
Well, with 8:04 to go in a one-goal hockey game, adrenaline is at its highest, and certainly you're going to expect any time in front of the net where the puck is, there's going to be a lot of banging and pushing back and forth right throughout until they hear the whistle and beyond.
Now puck in behind the Essex net off the draw. Courier rolls it around to Houston. Houston up on the right wing for Heaney, who didn't see the pass. Now he blocks the CBU pass as Keelman picked up the puck. We get a whistle, and we are going to get a penalty call here. And for the first time tonight, Essex will get a power play. It's a tripping penalty on CBU's Rem Keelman at the 7:10 mark of the third period. And with the Hornets leading 2-1, they have a power play.
And again, a good call by the officials. It happened right in front of him. Keelman obviously was down and out of the play and realized that it might have been an odd-man rush, and he just took the stick and took down one of the Essex players, and an easy call there. But unfortunate for CBU, as now they're forced to kill a penalty and probably becoming an issue. Certainly you don't want to give up a goal here, but that's 2 minutes. You're not going to probably score a goal with just 7:50 to go in the game.
Kilcoyne out with Courier, Heaney, Houston, and Doble on the Essex power play. Here's Heaney out near the left point, dropping it off to Houston. Houston up the left boards for Courier outside the circle. Worked on the play by Dan Austin. Courier goes down. The puck dug out by Kilcoyne. Got it back to Houston. Left point. Right side to Doble. Up outside the circle with a pass to Heaney. Back to Doble. Looks at it from the middle. Left point to Houston. Now it is Kilcoyne. Back to Houston as Essex works it out deep. Kilcoyne up through the circle. Give and go. Back in front, and it fails to connect. That's the patented Essex play as Courier and Kilcoyne tried to work the give and go, but The Crusaders dump it out all the way back to the Essex zone. Adam Brady, penalty kill specialist, out there to dump it into the Essex zone. Back over the line now comes Goebel, but Brady broke him up. Hornets still hold it in. Courier for the shot, saved by McGovern. He's got it between the pads, and he holds on. And they get a little more pushing and shoving in the goal mouth after the whistle as Child and Kilcoyne mixed it up just a little bit. Face off the CBU zone now. We have 6:55 left in regulation. A minute 5 on the Essex power play.
Courier right there made a nice move to get himself in the good scoring position, but didn't really have a whole lot to shoot at. McGovern out to cut off the angle, and it shot hit him right in this big C in his chest, and he was able to hang on.
Now McAuliffe back to Bouchard off the draw to Steve Hennessy for the shot, saved by McGovern. Rebound out in front. McAuliffe a backhander, and it is cleared away by Child. Child will carry it short-handed up out of the zone. Center ice up the right wing. Peter Child fires. Basilier catches, juggles it, and it's cleared in behind the net by Bouchard. 44 seconds on the Essex power play. Hornets come to center ice. Bouchard, left wing, up over the line for Doble. Doble pokes it deep into the corner. He and Child come together. Puck free to McAuliffe. Right backboards, backs it back. Right point, and Steve Hennessy couldn't hold it in the zone. Out to center where Bouchard will play it. Over to Doble. He'll fire it back in. 23 seconds on the power play. For CBU, McGinnis jousting in the corner with McAuliffe. McGinnis comes up with the puck, got it to the line. Bouchard diving, held it in. Now it's poked by him by McKinnon, but he couldn't do anything with it. And right back over the line for the Hornets. Stepping into the zone, offside on the play was Hennessy. And we'll get a face-off outside the CBU line. We're down to 10 seconds on the Essex power play. Exactly 6 minutes left in the game. 2-1 Essex over CBU.
And right there, McAuliffe slow getting out of the zone as Hennessy picked up the puck in the neutral zone and moved in with some speed and numbers in his favor. But offside by about 5 feet was McAuliffe as he was going to the bench at the end of his shift, and a little slow getting out of the zone.
Now off the draw, Courier out there. Got it back to Brendan Fay. Cross ice at his own line to Houston. Back to Fay inside his own line. Circles back against forechecking from Kevin Murphy, and the penalty's over. CBU back at full strength. Courier in the center ice area over the line to Kilcoyne. Kilcoyne to the circle. 2 men on him. Sandwich him off the play. Courier, though, finds the puck, feeds it back on the point. It was held in momentarily by Houston. Now knocked away out to center by Bain. Essex shooting it back in. Murphy up at center ice for Dan Austin. Right wing over the Hornet line. Austin goes deep. Gets tied up by Fay. Puck far corner in the Essex zone. Retrieved by Courier. Turns his own net out the right side to center. Pass ahead. Here's Kilcoyne at center ice. Goes for a deflected shot up over the top of the CBU net. McGovern very casual. Either he knew it was well over the net or he never saw it. Back to center comes Child. Steps into the Essex line. Tees it up. Fires. Saved by the goaltender. Rebound out in front, and Child swats it wide. Basilier juggled the rebound. The Hornets couldn't clear it, and Child missed on the backhand opportunity. Now Bain held it in. Set up pass in the slot. Here's a Haley shot, a weak one, deflected wide by Basilier. Puck at the backboards, in behind the Essex net. Picked up by Wade Houston. He'll shoot it off the boards and down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Essex. 4 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the hockey game. The Essex Hornets 22-0, leading the CBU Crusaders in the state championship game 2-1.
Well, for the first time in this hockey game, Essex kind of a little bit back on their heels right now, playing a little tentatively and having a hard time getting out of their own end. And after they were unsuccessful on that power play, CBU kills it off. A little bit of the momentum going their way with 4:41 to go. Essex just needs to keep applying the pressure offensively, keep CBU out of their end. And CBU right now, momentum's going their way. They got to take advantage.
Face off to the right of Basilier. Crusaders control momentarily along the boards. Now Tucker Warner's got it, trying to muscle to the net. Puck knocked away by Bouchard. Bouchard to the far corner against Haley. Haley got it back to Warner behind the net. Centering pass, deflected pass to Crusaders. And Hennessy for the Hornets cleared it out to center. CBU shooting it back in. Back to get it. Bouchard in behind his own net. 4:20 to play. Bouchard up on the right wing to Guerrero. Guerrero, little tap pass to McAuliffe. Right back to Guerrero. Nice passing play. Guerrero right wing over the CBU line. Guerrero goes deep. Chad Guerrero shoveling it in front. Nobody able to get a stick on it as it was tipped away. Puck to the line, and breaking is Tucker Warner. Doble stepped up and nearly put his team into a 2-on-1 situation, but CBU unable to control the puck. Now Bouchard fed it around the boards. CBU intercepts, snaps one through the slot. Nobody able to get a handle on that. Warner shoots it back behind the Essex cage to get it there. Doble around to Bouchard. Tried to beat a pass. Knocked down. Loose puck out in front of the Essex net. And Doble steps to it. Carries it up the center. Pinckney on it for CVU. Fed one to the Essex line. Guerrero knocked that down. Shot it ahead. It's taken back by Child. Got it to McKinnon. McKinnon over the line on the right wing side, and the Crusaders are offside at the Essex line with 3 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in regulation. Essex with a 2-1 lead on CVU in the Division I state championship game here at Gutterson Fieldhouse.
Well, you can just feel the energy throughout this building. All the fans for both teams with every move and every charge just on their feet and yelling and rooting their team on. It's just a tremendous atmosphere here right now as we wind down the last 3.5 minutes of the game.
Now Wade Houston inside his own line for the Hornets off the draw. Weak pass stolen by Albertson, but he can't do anything with it. Houston's got it again. Up to Heaney, away at center for Courier. Bounced off his stick. Now Albertson had it. It's stolen by Heaney. Shot it in wide of the CVU net. Karam's out. And McGovern put it back behind the net for Kielman. Around on the far boards, Gunlaw played by Courier. They get the puck. Kilcoyne as the Hornets hold it in. Brendan Fay for a shot, and it's tipped up off the mesh above the glass by McGovern. The face off the CVU zone, 2 minutes and 59 seconds on the big scoreboard clock at center ice here at Gutterson. A 2-1 lead for Essex over CVU with the state championship hanging in the balance in this one.
And I would expect that you would see at least one of these teams, probably CVU, to take their timeout pretty soon to rest their top guys and to discuss strategy as to when they're actually going to pull McGovern.
Now off the draw, Bob Hennessy for a backhander off the face-off. It went wide. O'Leary in on the forecheck against Bame. Bame gets away, starts it out the left side, feeds the pass up to Albertson. Albertson left wing. He's got the CVU Goldeneye, rolled it in wide of the Essex net. Brendan Fay back to get it. Left wing corner in his own zone. Fay worked by Albertson. Dumps it back around to Wade Houston side of his net up to O'Leary. Taps it up to Alex Lee. O'Leary back to Lee at center. Fires it into the CVU zone. Puck carrying in deep. Bob Hennessy in the left wing corner. Ducks under a check attempt by McGinnis. Trying to walk to the net. Hennessy. McGovern poked it away into the corner. McKinnon puts it back in behind the net. Puck knocked off the stick of McGinnis by O'Leary. McGinnis again as we have 2:15 remaining. Now it's center ice up the right wing for CVU. Parker got harried from behind by Alex Lee, who hooked it off his stick. Bob Hennessy picks up the puck, slides it ahead on the right wing, and O'Leary will pound it into the CVU zone. We have 2 minutes left. Essex leading it here by a score of 2-1. Crusaders in behind their own net. Child against forechecking from Guerrero. Child's pass knocked down by McAuliffe, picked up by Haley, tried to feed it out to Tucker Warner, but it's intercepted by Bouchard. Puts it right back into the CVU end. Crusaders dump it out to the Essex line. Doble's got it. Doble ahead. Pass tipped into the zone by McAuliffe. Wide of the CVU net. In after it, Hennessy. Hennessy battled by Child in behind the net. Hennessy out with it. This is Steve Hennessy. It's knocked off his stick. Tucked up the sideboards. Haley for CVU. Avoids the man. Comes to center. Here's Haley to the Essex line. Hands it off for Mazur. Peter Mazur pokes it deep into the Essex zone. Puck retrieved by Bouchard. Snaps it out to Guerrero. Bounced off his skate at center. 1:15 remaining. Stepping up over the line on the left wing, Haley. Hands it off to Mazur. Back to Haley. Tried to get it in front. It was knocked away. Mazur on the point to Child. Back to Mazur in the left circle. Turns in front. Pass knocked down. Hornets got it to the line. Not out. Child needs one in front. It's knocked down. Hornets flip it high and out to center. McGovern is still in the net. 53 seconds. As Child comes back to play the puck, and that is an icing call against Essex. And the face-off will be in the Hornet zone. 52 seconds remaining, and goaltender McGovern is on his way to the CVU bench.
Well, I would expect that CVU is probably going to use their timeout here and then discuss some strategy and give some players some rest. But right now, it's not so. McGovern not quite to the bench.
Well, he went over there, I guess, to find out when they wanted to go, and now we get the timeout.
On that play, CVU had great pressure. Essex had a hard time getting the puck out of the zone. Finally, they flipped it high, and a bad break for the Hornets because that was not going to make the goal line, but the puck got on its edge and rolled, and it was able just to barely make it across the goal line for the icing. And now, with 52 seconds left, CVU gets the timeout they want. They get the face-off in the Essex end they want, and they get to rest some of their top guys and discuss strategy. So a big break right there for the Crusaders.
Scoring in the hot four. I was saying 3,000. It's got to be that tonight here at Gutterson.
Yeah, all three sides. There's three sides that are pretty full, and just
plus one section up in the other section to our right. McGovern came back on the ice, but now he heads to the bench. And the extra attacker is on for CVU. The face-off of the Essex zone to the right of Basilier. And Tucker Warner in there on the draw against Courier. They're both going to get chased out. Now Kilcoyne and Haley on the draw. Kilcoyne wins it back to Doble. Doble takes it back into the corner. They jam into the corner to the right of Basilier. Now the Hornets feed it to the line, not out. Ren Keelman held it in left point. Feeds it up the boards. It was knocked down. Puck picked off by Courier. He'll dump it out toward the empty net. He scores!
Well, the Hornets they got to be careful here. They got to be careful.
They're going to get a penalty.
They cleared the bench, and they may get a delay of game penalty here, but still a big goal there by Courier as he, from his own end, it went off one of the CVU players' stick, popped up in the air, and went just about into the heart of the net.
I'll tell you, it's one of those situations where normally you don't want the guy to do what Courier did. You want him to get to the red line and just dump it in.
And right now...
And he threw it right smack dab in the middle of the net.
And right now the officials are talking between themselves on whether or not they're going to give Essex a penalty, and it looks like they're opting not to give them a penalty, so...
3-1 with 34 seconds left. We get a timeout taken here, I guess, by the Hornets. And no penalty has been charged. The Hornets all came off the bench on the empty net goal by Courier. But the officials apparently going to let that go. So with 34 seconds left, it's 2-goal lead, 3-1. Unassisted goal for Brad Courier at 14:26 of this third period. And empty that goal, and Essex is up by 2. It is 3-1. 34 seconds remain, and that is what is between Essex and a state champion.